and welcome to the first episode of MITFL Presents Beyond the Game. My name is Ayush.
My name is Manan.
And my name is Anurag.
Okay, so we'll be discussing the European football action of last week and MITFL games, obviously. We'll go on to Champions League first because it's the most elite competition in Europe at this point. We'll go for Arsenal versus Bayern. It was a 5-1 scoreline. Arsenal were thrashed, humiliated. Wenger was howled by the fans. It was amazing and nightmare for Arsenal. I'll move on to Anurag first, asking him. He's obviously you're a Chelsea fan, so you will have things to say about another London club. Let's start with the scoreline 5-1. Do you think Arsenal deserved it in the match?
Yeah, this game was heavily anticipated, one of the best games to look forward to in this Champions League, and fans have been eagerly waiting for this game.
But it was just Bayern fans were looking forward to this game.
I mean,
don't think any of the
everyone knew
Arsenal
what
fans
was going to happen anyways.
Yeah.
And Arsenal fans, again, as usual, as every year, came with high expectations, expecting to go to the next round. And their hopes were severely dented by the same Bayern team again and again. And they keep running out of ideas every single year. And
Is it? I want to put this across. Is it Wenger's fault that they've gone on, or just Arsenal are bad?
No, it is Wenger's fault. He cannot keep running away from the topic because every year he runs on with the same tactics year in and year out. The Arsenal fans have been tired and fed up of his tactics, and it's not working in any league, not even the Premier League, FA Cup, anywhere.
Okay, okay, Arsenal have had Arsene Wenger, and you're a United fan. So you must come on. You would have compared Arsene Wenger to Alex Ferguson. What do you think about that?
I don't think there's any comparison between Wenger and Ferguson because the only thing what they have in common is the number of years they have put into their respective clubs. Ferguson was there for 26 years. Wenger is now on 18, 19 years. But you look at the trophies. How many we won? How many Arsenal won?
But Man United were obviously well funded financially. That wasn't the case for Arsenal. They were paying for this stadium. So does it dent Wenger's legacy? Was the stadium responsible for most of the losses of Arsenal over the past few years?
You cannot blame the stadium or you cannot blame the stands for Arsenal's losses again and again. They just keep finding new excuses every time.
Oh, it's a Chelsea fan saying.
They keep running away from the fact that Wenger's tactics are old. They have decayed, and now they need a change.
Arsenal have just won 3 times against Bayern, but Bayern have won 5 times, and of all the times Bayern has gone through in front of them. Is we are going to ever see a Arsenal side beat Bayern next 5 years? I want to ask you this question. The last thing we'll talk about this topic. Do you see ever a Arsenal side beating Bayern in next 5 years?
No, I don't think so. I mean, how much ever they try developing the squad, Bayern has far too much quality for them. So I don't think so ever.
Players like Douglas Costa are still there. They're going to be there for another 10 years. What about you? What do you think that when Arsenal are going to defeat Bayern ever in next 5 years?
I think they can because sometimes it's about luck. Okay, because
Sometimes it's about luck. Yeah, go on.
actually, because one time Bayern progressed only on goal difference. Uh,
Do you think they have the quality right now in the squad to
not
face Bayern?
not right now. I think maybe yes, there's quality, but I think the tactics are old. How can you expect to have the same tactics for year after year and expect to get a different result?
Oh, that's one of the quotes. Okay, so now we'll move on to Barca versus Paris Saint-Germain. I so don't want to talk about this, but we have to
Wait,
go.
wait a minute. What was the scoreline again?
4-0. 4-0.
Oh my
4-0.
It was
God.
bad. I
With
accept it.
MSN starting in the lineup.
See, okay, I would like to have your opinion about this, obviously. So let's start with: did Barca deserve to lose 4-0?
Yes.
Yes,
Completely.
Completely. I'll go with you. on
This is
this
such
one.
a biased opinion coming out. I don't accept these facts. I completely disagree. Okay, fine. We did deserve to lose. We were pretty
Facts
bad.
are facts.
Okay, we'll talk about the highlight player in the game, Angel Di Maria. Is he one of the best midfielders to ever play the game, or is he one of the best players to ever best players right now?
He had an off season when he signed for United, and everyone thought his career was completely gone.
One second, always everyone has an off season when they sign for United. Okay,
Sure,
go on.
That's obvious,
Yeah,
but still he had an
yeah.
off season, and everyone thought he was waste of the British world record 59 million. And finally, when PSG again splashed the 50 million for him, everyone thought it was a waste of money. But he proved his doubters wrong, his criticizers wrong, and now he's all come back to the same level where he initially was, and he's proving again why he's one of the best midfielders in the world.
So, but do you think that Barca have any chance to turn this over in the second leg?
Oh, no chance at all. None
Mm.
whatsoever.
Okay, Anurag, what about you?
You're not winning 5-0 to PSG now.
It might break
See,
your heart, but you're going
I
out.
know I accept the facts that we are not going to win against them 5-0. But if any team in the world can do it, it's only us. You know that pretty well. Now we'll be talking about Real Madrid versus Napoli. 3-1. Everyone saw that coming. Let's just accept it. Real Madrid are too good for Napoli, and this was a very thought out process where it was Benzema, then Casemiro, and Cruz scoring. Okay, Ronaldo didn't get on the on the score sheet, but he was amazing
Yeah.
during the
And he
match,
assisted.
and he assisted. Do you think that Real Madrid can go all the way and win this?
They are going to the semis, that's it. I think semis or the finals.
Uh-huh.
It's confirmed every season, like, you can't expect anything below that from Real
Hmm.
Madrid.
Anurag, what do you think? Do you think Real Madrid are going to win this?
Not
Win everything and then go
No,
through?
no, no, not going to go all the way to win it. Probably the finals.
What
But
do you think they're lacking if they're not winning this time? Is there any particular
they
thing
are
that they're
lacking a team spirit because they have been consistently hit with injuries over and over again. So they have not had that team coordination for a
I
long
agree with
period of
that so
time.
much, yes.
So that's the reason they have not been able to collect the same results what they used to last month. But it's
Hmm.
fine. They will get back up.
Okay, so we are putting for Real Madrid not winning Champions League, all
Now
of
winning
us.
service, yeah. Yeah, obviously
I
you would put it.
no, no, no. I'm going for the other way around, and I think Real Madrid are going to win the Champions League.
But what more do you expect? They're top on La Liga. The only disappointment yet in this season is being
Copa del Rey. They're
Copa
not going
del
to
Rey.
win the treble for sure. Obviously, they
Yeah.
can't. They're out.
They can't.
They can't even do that for 10 years. Trust me.
But League and Champions League, there are the possibilities, and
Yeah, league they're still on top, and they're 8 points, 6 points above Barca with
they
one
are
game in hand.
they are a point above Barca with 2 games in
Two
their
games
hand.
in hand. Yes, I'm sorry, my bad. Let's continue on to the next.
But wait a minute, we haven't talked about Casemiro's goal yet.
Oh,
An
Casemiro.
absolute
Casemiro,
stunner.
absolute
Absolute
stunner.
stunner. Casemiro has been too good. He's one of the players I would expect to be in. Like, if he goes into a team, you would any of the teams you could build a team around him. He's that
He's
good.
very underrated and no one actually realizes his true potential.
Yeah, I do
Yeah, but
agree
when you
with you.
have Cruz and Modric in the
Yeah.
midfield, then you can't expect to have Casemiro every time on the team
Exactly.
sheet.
But Casemiro has consistently started for them for a long time. It was just when he was injured, then they had the other players who were coming through for his place. Okay, now we'll be moving on to Man City versus Monaco. It was a 5-3 scoreline with Man City going through. Man City was so good. Like, do you think that the defense was pretty pathetic? What do you think about the performance of both the teams and the match specifically?
Well, as per the offense, I think that all of the players from City did very well. And did you see the Aguero goal? He's like
Yeah,
that. The
Aguero,
volley was
wonderful.
like out of this world.
Yeah, okay, I completely agree with that.
And the second talking point was Falcao's flying header.
Yeah.
Oh, Falcao was so good in the game. He scored two. He scored a brace, and it
Yeah,
was a pretty good performance overall by
but
him.
he also missed a penalty, so that's a little asterisk on his whole.
All the good players miss penalties.
I don't know that.
Sure they do.
Okay, now we'll be moving on to Atletico versus Bayern Leverkusen. It was a 4-2 scoreline, and Atletico showed some good game, and they were pretty good. What do you think about their performance, and do Atletico have to go through and win Champions League? Okay, let's just go for the final thing.
As far as Champions League is concerned, I think there's Real Madrid, there's Bayern, and
They're the big players. They're still
now
the big
now
players.
there's PSG. So I don't think like going to this even semis. Okay, yes, but going all the way, winning it, Atletico are still far off.
From okay, we are gonna end the whole Champions League conversation for now, and I'm gonna ask you the final point blank question: who do you think is gonna win Champions League this time?
Bayern Munich for sure.
Bayern Munich.
For
You're
sure.
going for Bayern, and you're very confident about it. Okay, obviously Arsenal, Chelsea. Yeah, let's
It's
go. What do you think?
Real all the way.
Real all the way. Real all the way. Okay, okay. Good point. I think it's gonna be PSG just for putting it out there. Oh, yeah.
So it's not gonna be Barca. No, no, it's not.
It's not gonna be Barca because
Okay, we understand the pain. Okay.
I need a moment, please.
Take your time.
Let's move on to the next topic, and this is again about Barca, and we'll be discussing about what Dani Alves made the comments about Barca, saying that they were ungrateful to him, disrespectful and false. Uh, do you think that Dani Alves didn't get the love he deserved from Barca fans? I'll tell you something. Being a Barca fan, I know one thing for sure. I love Dani Alves through and through, but I don't agree the same thing for other Barca fans. Do you guys agree? Was he never appreciated much in Barcelona?
He was appreciated, but the thing is, like, you can love a player, like a player can play for you for a definite amount of time.
Uh-huh.
There comes a time that even legends want to leave and do something else. So when that time comes, you just have to let go. And Barca were just not doing that. They made him play for one another season to let him go for free the next.
Yeah, there was another thing. The reason they offered him a contract extension because he signed a contract extension before their ban started. So the thing was, he says that he was used in such a way where Barca only thought the benefit of themselves. Anurag, what do you have to say
Yeah,
about this?
obviously. I mean, they were left with no option at all. So they wanted to stick with one of the best right backs in the world. So obviously
So
they.
were Barca wrong in doing that? That's all.
Yeah, they were definitely wrong. I mean, they did not let the player have his right, and
Uh,
they compiled him into the club and told him to play when he
But
didn't
don't you
want to.
think at a point the club needs to make decisions on a way they win things rather than on what emotionally player feels? Yeah, like no,
Yeah,
your
but you
opinion on
could
this.
you can force a player to play, but he's not going to play the same level that he plays usually. So a player's mentality matters the most in the team. So
He didn't point out any players or manager. He just said that the Barcelona management was not right with him. Anyways, now we'll move on to other topics, and we'll be discussing obviously about the FL. That's our thing. It's our thing. Let's go on to FL, and we'll talk about the matches that happened this weekend. There were only 4 matches. The other matches were cancelled on Monday due to some reasons. Let's talk about our first match, Alpha versus Gamma, and it ended a 1-2 match. As you both know, I'm not a fan of Alpha, but yeah, Alpha were the winners last season. So tell me about them. Do you think that they have the quality to win the league this season? They're
no.
they're not on the top for sure, so they're not close to the top.
Yeah, I mean, from title winning to mid-table contenders, everything has gone wrong for them, and they cannot muster up the same team coordination that they had last season.
Yeah, I
So I
suppose.
don't see them going anywhere this season, and they are going to end up somewhere in the middle for sure.
Middle in the show. Don't you think that they're gonna win anything?
No, no, they're going to be disappointing
Yeah,
this season.
they're going to be disappointing this season. I've been saying that since their friendlies. That we have had these conversations quite a few times. What do you think about Alpha as such?
Well, half a season gone and they're
I
still
just
in
want to
mid-table.
point out Alpha's captain is one of the most emotionally attached players to his team. He's one of the players I admire in the league. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, but it's about the whole team, not just the captain. He
Uh,
can uplift your spirits, but
yeah.
as for playing the whole league with that kind of emotions and spirits, it's not easy. And with half the season gone, and
Almost
there's
half the season
almost
gone.
half the season gone, and they're still in the mid
Mid-table.
table. And plus, I don't think that Zeta is gonna dropping any points. They haven't lost any match yet, and just one
We
draw.
will come to Zeta when we talk about Zeta versus Lambda. Yeah, continue what you were saying. Yeah.
So, in short, I don't think there's any chance that they're gonna win the league, or maybe finish in the top four.
Okay. Now we'll move on to the next match. It was Sai versus Delta. It was Akash and Chris for Sai who scored 2 goals, and in the first half an hour. What do you think about the match? Do you think Sai are good enough? They had a huge jump recently with going from sixth to third straight away in one match. So do you think that Sai are good enough to win the league? Obviously, Zeta are too good. I mean, let's clear out Zeta for now. We'll just focus on Sai for now. I want to know what do you think about Sai as such?
So I think that they have a good team and they played really well and from jumping to sixth to third in just one match.
Uh,
So basically everything is going fine with them, but I think it's all about the top of the table.
uh,
If people there are gonna drop points, maybe Sai can
so you don't
capitalize.
see Zeta dropping any points.
No, not Zeta
They're
and
already on
not
an
Gamma.
unbeaten streak, by the way. They've been pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, they haven't lost any match yet,
Uh,
just one draw.
Anurag, what do you think about Sai as such? About Akash, we'll talk about one of the players, Akash Basu for them, who's pretty good. He has every time I've seen him play, he has been consistently pretty good. What do you think
No,
about
I
him?
mean initially they didn't play the same. They didn't pick up. They slowly picked up throughout the season, and now they find themselves almost fighting for the title. But it's a little too late, and I don't think they'll
It's
be
but
able
it's
to.
just we have not even been in the middle
Yeah, I mean
season.
although
Do you
the
think
point.
Zeta have already run
Yeah,
away
the
with
see
it?
the point. Although the point differences are very less, the Zeta have far too much quality in their squad and to
It's all
to
us Zeta
even
fans over here.
So they can easily go ahead and win the title. I mean, I don't see Sai challenging them.
Another
as such.
match which went down was Omega versus Theta, and the match ended 1-1 with Pranjal scoring one for Theta and Handi scoring one for Handi. I'm not really sure about his name, I'm so sorry. And he scored one for Omega. So, what do you think about that match?
So it was a really great game, and you know how it turned out.
Oh, you were there too.
Yeah, I was there to see it, and like I was shocked. It was a great game. As you know, the matches only last for 50 minutes,
Yeah.
and in the 44th minute there was a goal from Omega, and it just slipped past the keeper in slow motion and into the goal. The defender almost reached there with his foot. So everybody was like happy. The Omega players, they were dancing around. They were like, "We won." But come a little added time in the 52nd minute, Theta again scored. Pranjal, like they stole the, like they just salvaged 1 point from this game. And that really matters when you look at the point table. You need all the points that you can.
Yeah, I do understand. What do you think about Omega's season or Theta's season as such? Yeah, go on.
I mean, Theta has put up a great history of comebacks. We saw that the last week as well against the Alpha Knights. After going back a goal down and almost out of play, they got a goal out of almost nothing. So they have a good record when it comes to great comebacks. And although both teams,
they have a very good team set. I've noticed that
they can play united even when the team is losing. So that's something that's pretty
That's something
great.
you should admire.
Yeah,
in a team,
exactly.
yes.
And but both teams are towards the bottom of the table, so I don't see them salvaging anything for this season.
Okay. Now we move on to the highlight. Obviously, the team we love, all of us.
Exactly.
The Zeta versus Lambda 4-2 with Vivek, the man, scoring two goals again. And even Vidit scored a brace for Lambda. So it was Aditya with Vivek and Amrit scoring for Zeta, and Lambda getting two goals from Vidit. Yeah, so tell me about the Zeta performance and how good Zeta are. I love to listen to what Zeta.
Zeta, it's a Vivek Ratka story. Like,
Yeah, he's been too good.
He's been really too good. Last season, the top scorer played 10 games and scored 7. Vivek has 7 in 5 games. That's half. He's scoring at double the rate of the top scorer last time, and I think
he's already surpassed him. Yeah, he's already on 10 goals. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Go on.
So he's just rocketing Zeta through the league, and they're of course on top.
But I don't think. What do you think, Anurag? Is Vivek the only player in Zeta who is a highlight, or there are other players?
No, I mean they are built on a rock solid defense, a creative midfield, and Vivek as striker. Obviously,
the third point was just Vivek. Like you have Vivek, so come on.
They don't need anyone in strike as long as they have Vivek and the collective team spirit. Again, as you said, I mean they can keep going into games with the same team again
they've
and
been
again.
consistently good. We have seen most of their matches. They've been good since the friendlies. They were too good against Alpha during the friendlies, and then they continued to be really, really good as the season went on. Let's talk about Vivek in particular right now. He's really good.
We have to accept that he's like really really good.
Yeah, he's one of the standout players FL has for sure, and one of I think the best player first years have given FL this season.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the league table right now. It's Zeta on the top and Gamma on second, with Sai coming from sixth to third. They propelled in one game. Okay, let's discuss about the league, particularly the league table right now. It's the Zeta on the top, obviously thanks to Vivek, and then Gamma and Sai. Sai coming from sixth to third in one match, and Delta at the bottom. Do you think Delta, Anurag? Do you think Delta deserves to be at the bottom most of the league, and are they that bad?
Yeah, I mean they've been really unlucky this season, and they have not played the same way that they played last season. And
we can't give much opinions because obviously we weren't there to watch the matches of the last season. But yeah, tell me about Delta.
But still, see, you don't. Although the point gap is very less between the adjacent teams, I don't see Delta putting much of a fight because they have not been playing the same way, and they have lost the whole sense of hope that they had initially the season.
Yeah, I suppose yes. And yeah, what about you? What do you think about Delta as such?
I think there were games that were meant to be won, and they lost those games. A few of those games we just can't have like.
They won one of those games.
They won one of those games, but there were a few games they could have won, and then there was such games like the 5-0 defeat they had. But I think it's just about hard work, and there's the luck factor. So we can't really blame the players for it.
I think you should blame the players for becoming the last in the league as such. But yeah, I think they do have the quality, but it's just that they're not connecting well, and some players are I personally know something about Delta is that some players in the team are like really really good and some of them are really really bad. So it's a very vast difference between the quality of players and that's not helping them go through. Anyways, we'll end the podcast for now. Thanks for watching
Thanks for
us.
watching, and please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.